All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are we doing this fine morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is when you're looking? Basically, it's Sunday night for me, so I'm getting this prepped up for y'all. So here's the deal. As of the recording of this video, nothing has changed. We are all set to continue to do the things the way we've been doing them. I'm going to put videos, I'm going to put out an assessment, and you're going to take it, and you're going to pass it, and you're going to learn some things, and that's how we're going to do things. There's lots of rumors out there. I've heard things from all sorts of people I know who teach in other districts, people I know where my daughter's district is, and frankly, they're saying a lot of different things about how things are going to continue from now on. But as of right now, from what I know, we're going to continue to move as the way we've been moving. So, to that end, I got some things I want you to learn. We're going to switch gears now. We are going to work on some things that are completely different than what we've been doing. Some of these early things you may even know, remember, have heard of before. Some of them, maybe not. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, the ball bounces. That's just the way things go. So without any further ado, here we go. We're going to discuss simplifying radicals. What is a radical? A radical is another name for this sign right here. It is the square root sign. So before we get into any of this, if I talk about 3 squared is 9, that's 3 squared. If I want to undo that, if I want the opposite, I say the square root of 9 is 3. So the square root is the opposite of the squared. Okay? They go hand in hand. They're opposites of each other. That's going to come in handy later on. So they're opposites. They undo each other. So if we get to something like this, the square root of 12, we will not go into a calculator, punch in square root of 12, and tell me it's like 3.5, blah, 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 blah. There will be no decimal answers here. We are going to get exact answers, none of those decimal calculator approximations. We are going to be simplifying our radicals. So what does that mean? Here we go. We are going to take the 12, and we're going to break it down with a factor tree. You've seen those before. 12 is what? Psst, it doesn't matter. You can think 4 times 3. You can think 6 times 2. Those factor sheets from the last chapter, they're going to come in handy here if you have them handed in front of you. What you can't use is 12 times 1. None of the times 1 stuff. So here we go. Me personally, I'm going 4 times 3. You are going to continue this process until you have all prime numbers left. What's a prime number? A number only divisible by 1 in itself. If you have the factor sheet, prime numbers are numbers that are not on the sheet. So is 4 a prime number? No, it's not, because 4 can be broken down into 2 times 2. Is 3 a prime number? It absolutely is a prime number. It's only written as 3 times 1. So this is 2 times 2 times 3. And they're all still inside the radical. Now, here's where the simplifying part comes into play. A lot of different ways that I can explain this to you. The simplest way that I've ever found is anytime there's a pair of numbers in, they get out and make 1, 2 on the outside of the radical. So what does that mean to us? That means they're out, there's a 3 in, so this simplifies to 2 root 3. And that's how you say it, 2 root 3. That's it. That's alles. No más. That's the answer. I know. Seems a little easy. Seems a little hard at the same time. You'll get it. Moving on. Number 2, 72. How would I start 72? Some of you are thinking 2 and 36. Some of you are thinking 8 and 9. It doesn't matter where you start. You'll all get to the same place at the end. Me personally, I'm going 8 and 9. Break it down. Does 8 break down? Sure. 2 times 4. Does 4 break down? Sure. 2 times 2. 9. Yeah. 3 times 3. We got all sorts of things breaking down into smaller pieces here. Break them down until you get to prime numbers. Prime, 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 prime. My work here is done. the first step is done. Now, this is 2, 2, 2, 3, 3 inside the radical. Notice I did not use the 8, the 9, or the 4, only the prime numbers. So now I've got one pair of 2s and one pair of 3s. How come I don't pull that other 2 in there? Because I said pair of. Pair is 2 numbers. A pair of 2s, a pair of 3s. This sucker just doesn't have a date. He's just all by himself, okay? 2s at a time. So these 2s get to escape. These 2s get 3s, get to escape. When they escape, there's 1, 2 out here. When they escape, there's 1, 3 out here. Now, we didn't have a problem over here because there was only one pair. Easy. Now, if I've got 2 pairs breaking out, you just multiply them together. 2 times 3 is 6. I got this one lonely, lonesome 2 left inside the radical. Guess what? That 2 is left inside the radical. The answer here, 6 root 2. So, if you pull more than one pair out, you multiply them together. Moving on. 60. Anytime I see something end in 0, that's an easy one. It ends in 0. It's multiplied by 10. So this is 6 times 10. Continue. 6. Hopefully you know 2 times 3. Oh, by the way, 6 is the most frequently mistaken, messed up, erred number in this entire lesson because people will do 3 times 3 here. 3 times 3 is 9. Remember, we are multiplying, boys and girls. We are not adding things together. Nowhere have you seen me add anything. 10. 2 times 5. So 60... I got a 2, a 3, a 2, and a 5. 2 2s, a 3, and a 5. Again, I'm going to proceed to find pairs of numbers and take them out. 3, no pair, stays inside. 5, no pair, stays inside. So here we go. I'm going to simplify this radical. I've got 1, 2 on the outside. I got a 3 and a 5 on the inside, just like this problem here. If I've got more than one coming out, I multiply them together. If I've got more than one left in, I am multiplying those 2 together. Final answer. Moving on. Let's practice a little bit more. Number 4. 144. What multiplies to be 144? You got a factor sheet. Take a look and see what multiplies to be 144. I've got like 9 and 16. I got like 36 and 4. I got 12 and 12. Got all sorts of things. Break it down. 12 and 12. 2 and 6. No, 2 doesn't do anything. 2 and 3. 2 and 6. 2 and 3. Holy smoke. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 2s and 2 3s. So here we go. I'm going to pair them up and break them out. Pair of 2s out. Pair of 2s out. Pair of 3s out. That's 1, 2, another 2, and a 3. The pairs get out. Here we go. 2 times 2 times 3 is 12 on the outside. What's left on the inside? Nothing. Nothing is left on the inside. So, don't write the square root sign. Don't do it. Real simple. Psst. By the way, if this is 12 times 12, it's already a perfect square. Remember what I said back up at the beginning? The square root of 9 is 3. The square root of 144 is 12. That's it. It's a whole number. I'm going to tell you right now, the most common mistake on these answers, kids see this and they go, oh, it's got to have a square root, got to have a square root, got to have a square root. I'm just going to slap a square root over top of this 12. Don't do it. Don't do it. If it's a perfect square, and you've seen a lot of them because we've been factoring them, if you see a perfect square, the answer is a whole number, done, bing, bang, boom, move on. Moving on. I see a 0, 13, and 10. 13. Prime number. 10, 2, and 5. I got a 2, I got a 5, I got a 13. Are there any pairs in that radical? No, there are not. So, is anything giving out? No, it is not. So what's left on the inside? I got a 2, I got a 5, a 13. What's 2 times 5 times 13? You just did 2 times 5 times 13. This is the square root of 130. It does not simplify. No pairs, no partners, no simplifying, no change. Number 6. My zeros give me a good start, 4 and 10. 2 times 2, 2 times 5. I got 2, 2, 2, 5. Take out a pair. 2 root 10. Done. That's your lesson. That's your notes. You've seen it. Memorize it. Take a screenshot of it. That's like a photo bomb right there. Hit me up. I'm going to try to do a face-to-face this week. We're going to shoot for Wednesday. I'm going to try and keep those pretty consistent. I got maybe a house project that may postpone that a day. I'll let you know how things go. I'll put the information in the Google Classroom as we get rolling here. You got questions, you got comments, you got issues, hit me up with a message on Classroom or shoot me an email. Otherwise, be safe, boys and girls, and I can't wait until we see each other